Hey Juventini, welcome back to the channel. It's August 25th. I'm Alberto. I've got all the latest news surrounding La Big Signora. We're going to talk about the done deal that's taking place right now for Milik. Then we're going to talk about the next piece of the puzzle and some of the outgoing rumors that we were hearing. And then we're going to get into a fitness update. And then, of course, talk a little bit about the Champions League draw that happens today in a couple hours. So let's get into it. Alright, Juventini, friendly reminder, like the video and of course subscribe to the channel. And we keep getting questions about how we can get more support from you guys. Listen, for those of you that already have, massive thank you. But you can check out our new storefront and there's a link in the description of this video and you can see a preview of some of the items. And there's a ton of more designs that are going to be coming out soon, alright? So thank you for that. Now let's get to the news, okay? So Milik is a done deal, okay? And he is in Turin as we speak. He's going to be getting his medicals done and then that deal will be finalized. It looks like it's going to be a €2 million loan with an option to purchase at €8 million. And then $3 million will be the net salary that he takes. So this deal is significantly less than what would have brought Depay in. Depay would have also been 3 years apparently locked in. So obviously this is a safer route if things don't work out. In terms of quality and assistance, this clearly looks like Juventus is going to go a different route, maybe bank on a few other things as far as health and fitness goes. But this is a straight up switch for Vlahovic and just a vice Vlahovic, whereas Depay would have offered probably a little more versatility and coverage. But at the end of the day, they needed a vice Vlahovic. You can't help but think, again, from where this started and some of the other names, Simeone, who ended up in Napoli, where there's going to be a lot of competition and whatnot, that maybe we could have ended up with a stronger option, one with more versatility across the front line. But then again, you're also paying for it. And should it not happen, should it not work out, that's a lot of money on some of these other options that could have been, like Raspadori or whatnot, that could have been top player money, and if it didn't work out, then you're locked in again. So this is a safe route with an easy exit available to Juventus, the fact that it is an option to purchase. So that's a big pro for this move, and they could just carry forward should it not work out. The demands with Depay just kept going higher and higher. We know Arriva Bene very well already in a short period of time on how he's going to operate, what he thinks, and what he says leads me to believe he doesn't like football agents whatsoever. So if Depay's demands kept increasing and increasing, I'm not surprised we found ourselves in this situation. I'm going to give this move the benefit of the doubt. Let's wait and see how it pans out, because maybe, just maybe, Milik might be that type of profile that, again, wouldn't mind being rotational amongst a Juve squad and could actually help Vlahovic evolve and grow further. So let's just wait and see before we write this one off, okay, Juventini? Now let's get to the next piece of the puzzle, which is Paredes. That is the next piece, and this should wrap up the mercato for Juventus. There are rumors that Juve is back in the market with 6 days left in it to try and find a left back. Yesterday we had Reguilon coming up as a name, but then Mirko Di Natale squashed it, saying there's been no contact. So we don't necessarily know on the left back situation what's going to go down. But Paredes, this deal, look for it to get finalized. It will be a loan with an option to purchase that would turn into an obligation based on certain criteria that they are going to insert into that contract. Okay, so Paredes coming on, and it looks like it could be option, but if the obligation goes through, take it to 2026. So there you have it. That's the latest on that front. So Milik done, going through medicals. Wait for Paredes. That'll be very short to follow. Now, Zakaria was going to be the outgoing piece to unlock Paredes. But now, all of a sudden, what's interesting about this Paredes one that everybody's saying is going to go through, it's in the final stage and it's done. I thought we had to make room for whatnot. Zakaria slowing down as far as a move to Roma. Okay, so apparently it has been stalled out as of right now. The player and Roma and his agent are on kind of interesting terms based on the fact that they were trying to get him when Juve was looking at him, and it fell through, and they've got a little bit of a relationship there going on with some tension, but right now it's stalled out to Roma. There were other teams interested in Zakaria from the Bundesliga, and even Monaco apparently was interested. That was a loose rumor, though, so we have to wait and see, because Paredes all of a sudden is picking up heat. It's saying it's all in final stages. They're saying that the team and player had agreement 3 weeks ago, but again, now all of a sudden the Zakaria move's stalled. So we're going to have to keep eyes on that, and there's only 6 days remaining. And this Paredes piece seems to be the one that Max is pushing for the most out of everything, even this Vice Vlahovic thing. So this is his key to his team and unlocking everything in the midfield, apparently. So if you're Juventus, in my personal opinion, regardless what we think of players and all this, whoever the manager is, okay, and at this point it's Max Allegri, you have to back them up, because we didn't do it with Sarri, we didn't do it with Pirlo, and I've been saying this since last season when Max came back. You have to back whoever your manager is through the mercato. So hopefully Juventus can give Max what he's asking for most. And regardless of what our opinions are on players or anything, give him what he is asking for and what he believes he needs. And then we can judge accordingly, right? So let's see if this Paredes thing goes through, regardless of Zakaria basically stalling. Now we get to a fitness update. Bonucci. We knew yesterday that Szczesny was going to be available. I asked the question, since Roma is a strong team and whatnot, do you pull him right back into the mix and put Szczesny in there? My personal belief is keep rolling with Perin, at least beyond this Roma game, as it's going to be a tough one. And it looks like the majority of you that commented on that video and even on Twitter believe the same. Leave Perin be, okay? He's got a couple clean sheets. He's been our best guy. Let him roll right now and keep him for Roma. Now, Bonucci was the one we weren't sure about. He has been training with the squad today, and he is back in the fold, and he will be back available for this match against Roma. All right, so there you have it. And last but certainly not least, we have a Champions League group stage draw that will take place today. So we will find out who Juve's opponents will be in the Champions League, and that draw is slated to take place in about a couple hours from now. So then we will know who Juve will face in the Champions League. And then tomorrow, I'll talk a bit about it on the next daily update. Now, my last piece is there's a lot of pessimistic feelings by Juventini on social media about Juve and their plan and how this mercato ended up, and that it started out one way and then all of a sudden just fizzled and has left us feeling very, very sour taste in our mouths based on how it's fallen out with Depay and all this. And where is the plan? What is the structure? Milik coming in, he doesn't fit the mold. Where's this rejuvenation and whatnot? Look, I've been saying this for a while. I see this whole project for Juventus right now in 3 phases, okay? We're still at phase 1 during a transition and whatnot, okay? So it starts off with the cleanup. We cannot forget about the bad business that took place for years before these new guys came in, and right now we're still at the cleanup phase. While going through the cleanup phase, Cherubini and Arrivabene have been able to lock in some key pieces that will form the core and spine of this group moving forward when you talk about the likes of Vlahovic, Bremer, Locatelli, and whatnot. So this is a big positive. We have Chiesa as well, and they finalized that deal. It's looking good from that front. You have great young pieces carrying over from Cherubini's U23 work, and now you have Rovella, Fagioli, Miretti. Regardless if some go out on loan, you have those pieces that could move forward with in the future as well. So the pieces are there. Phase 1, always going to be about the cleanup. And we're almost home free on the cleanup, okay? So next year, it's going to look a lot different, and they're going to be able to maneuver even further more. The big question mark is Max putting what they have so far, and until they get to that point, is he going to be able to put it together enough to remain around? Because if all of a sudden you have another coaching change, things could get interesting. But I'm not going to talk about that because I don't believe so. And Max still has a lot of work to do this season, but he's very capable of making it all work, especially if you get some of these other pieces. But the project was never going to be this quick for Cherubini and Arrivabene. There's far too much work that's going to be done. We're still in the cleanup phase. Stage 2, the second phase, will be bolstering the squad, finding that strong 11 and adding depth that can be useful, serviceable, and contribute, okay? And then 3, the third phase, will be sustainability, okay? That's how I look at this whole project and whatnot. And they've done a great job in the cleanup because they freed up the salary, okay? And the wage reduction was massive. Again, bringing in key pieces that can be locked in for the future. So the project is very much underway, okay? They're not abandoning on ideas. These links with Italian players and whatnot, it's not done and it's not over. It will be a continuation, but they were shackled a bit in this mercato and still have done well. Biggest piece I take out of this, we're in a transition, Juventini, and when you look at the other clubs in Serie A that have gone through those transitions, the other big clubs, they have become completely irrelevant and fallen literally off a cliff in terms of where they stood in the league. Juventus hasn't done that. We've been able to manage this and go through that while still remaining relevant, okay? So that should be a massive positive during this time, okay? So again, let's be patient. Let's see what develops. But I have a lot of faith in Cherubini and Arrivabene, and I've been saying this. Wait until that cleanup's done, because then they will truly unleash. Once we can break them free of those shackles, they will clean up, and I believe Juve will get that strong 11 where we can literally start talking again about all 3 fronts, but it's the depth pieces that they will do well with as well, okay? But I believe in these guys, and you should all as well, because they haven't given us anything to doubt so far, okay? This Milik thing, again, it's a vice Vlahovic, okay? So I was shocked by the Depay thing. I would have loved bringing in Depay, but it is what it is. Let's have faith. And maybe, just maybe, they know something about Chiesa, his return, and all these other fitness scenarios that we just don't yet, okay? But it'll be interesting. As always, though, I lay it out for you to play it out. I gave my little rant at the end here and my thoughts and opinions. I love hearing yours, so drop it in the comment section of this video, okay? Any questions, opinions, everything you have, let's mix it up, all right? And until tomorrow, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Let's talk Champions League group stage tomorrow, baby. Ciao.